a dip in his form in all formats, but went off to the World Series events for the first time in Australia and New Zealand, acquitted himself well. The only person that beat him was Luke Littler. However, if you thought that was going to be the thing that kick-started his return to form, we haven't really seen it as yet. He hasn't played particularly well since his return from the other side of the world. Dan McCarthy is here to see if this is the weekend where the real deal does click into gear again.
Yeah, there are definite parallels between these two, as you mentioned, Dan, reigning major champions, Grand Prix and European Championship respectively, but neither have really kicked on from that. Mike De Decker will be hoping that his invite down under, an invite which he admitted came as a surprise following some of his forthright opinions earlier in the year. Maybe that could be the start of something, but for Richie Edhouse,
60.
He was on a streak in the European Championship of 19 consecutive appearances, which was ended by his failure to qualify for Kiel and Antwerp. He's got a double qualification. He's going to be in Budapest in a couple of weeks' time, and he needs to take advantage because there are no guarantees about Basel or Hildesheim.
100.
And no guarantees he's going to add to his money here this weekend. Mike De Decker with the max. Edhouse with one right back at him, and a beautiful looking one at that.
161.
This would be beautiful. Too much to ask, though, of man 4. Good guide for the treble. Now wants double 12.
80. Mike required 24.
Opening leg, this is. And double 12 gets the job done. It's a 14-dart break
Second leg, it's Mike to throw
from Mike De Decker.
Game on.
Winner of this to face mighty Michael van Gerwen, the number 3 seed here this weekend in the second round tomorrow. As you said repeatedly, we don't really know how much money is going to be enough to get to Dortmund.
80.
It looks like Mike De Decker's all right. I mean, he's sat in the sort of middle of the pack. 18 out of the 32 spots with just over 30 grand. That feels like enough. I think you'd have to see some very weird things
60.
happen for it not to be. To be honest, Mike might have ambitions looking up rather than down that table, because were he to go and win the title here, then that catapults him right up into the top sort of 4 or 5 spots. And he'll be looking to hit form with the defence of his World Grand Prix title on the line as well. I mean, looking to hit form anyway, obviously. There's money to be won in tournaments and titles and all sorts, but particularly you would think the Grand Prix.
60.
Completely neck and neck, head-to-head record between De Decker and Edhouse. 3 wins apiece. And it's a mark of how far both players have come that only 6 years ago, this was a Challenge Tour meeting.
Yeah. The danger, and there is a... You could end up drawing the parallel, and of course you won't know until further down the line. Mike De Decker has got a little bit of time here, which is a good job.
64.
Yeah, don't mind it. But yeah, there's a parallel you could draw between Richie Edhouse and, say, somebody like Devon Peterson. Tops for De Decker for 2-0.
Game shot on the second leg.
And it is 2-0. See, Devon Peterson had been around for a number of years and had shown that he was a good darts player, but in a very quick space of time stuck an enormous amount on his level, and consistently as well. Devon almost overnight became one of the biggest 180 hitters in the world. He won a title. He could have won more. He wasn't far away from winning the European Championship. That one won by
20.
Peter Wright in the end. But as quickly as that turned up, and it lasted about 18 months, that went. Now, Richie Edhouse was consistently
94.
brilliant last year. on the Euro Tour, on the floor events, enormous averages, personal bests, 105 and 106 on a pretty regular basis. And then obviously capped off by winning the European Championship. And while that was his level for last year, that is not his level for this year, or we've not seen certainly as much of it. The danger is that this is a sort of Devon Peterson situation that we've experienced.
55.
Just had confirmation from our man here in Prague that 3,300 tickets sold today. 1,100 this afternoon, more than 1,100 this afternoon, and 2,200 this evening. Not bad for the opening day.
$97. Richie requiring 170.
170, not going to go. Oh.
120.
Unnecessary brilliance, I would say, from Richie Edhouse there.
He's just hit 2. Why not go for a third one? Maybe not now.
180. Richie required 50.
Two balls in the setup, but 2 darts missed at double, and Mike Dedecker's maximum affords him this chance. 3-0 with a double break.
Would be ironic if Mike was to win this leg on the bull.
64. Richie required 32.
That would have hurt Edhouse.
That's tricky. Trying to open up the angle a bit.
No score.
And you can see exactly what he was trying to do. He could not do it. 5 darts missed for the leg, and Mike Dedecker to tidy this up. It is 3-0 and Richie Edhouse is in trouble.
Mike Dedecker. Full thing, it's Mike to throw first. Game on.
Well, last week in Antwerp, Mike Dedecker won his opening game against Martin Loopman. His finishing was pretty good, but it wasn't a good game.
134.
It's not dissimilar to how this one started. But he won it, got himself a chance to play better in the next round. Just didn't really happen for him. 90 average, went out 6-3 to Martin Schindler. Just want to see something from the real deal to just announce he is back in top 4.
180.
Something like this.
180.
At his very best, Mike Dedecker is not only one of the highest 180 hitters in the world, he's one of the best at grouping the darts on a pinhead.
Which means there's always room for another. There's always room for another. Look how he's crammed them on the same micron of Seisel. Double 15 for Edhouse. Oh, and he misses inside.
78. Mike required 24.
It could have been a brilliant 11 dart break of throw for Richie Edhouse.
No
but with
score.
3 misses at double 12, it could yet still be a break in 13. 3 clear darts at double 6. Only needs the one, and Richie Edhouse is back in this game. Much needed leg from Edhouse.
Well, it's taken him 8 attempts, but he's finally pinned a dart at double. And Richie Edhouse gives it the sort of ironic celebration. And I'm sure he's...
136.
I'm sure it's a coping mechanism, because this has got to be not a worrying time for Richie Edhouse. Look, this is a guy who's He's been on the tour and off the tour and spent a lot of time as a top-up player. He is a reigning major champion. He has never had it so good in his professional darting life. But what was coming so easily to him 12 months ago
100.
is not happening as regularly now, and that's got to be concerned.
And even looking at his floor form, provisionally 58 out of 64 on the list for Minehead. So he's not replicating what he did last year often enough. And barely doing it at all.
And it's not as if Richie Edhouse is one of the guys who's skipping a lot of events either. Petr Krivka.
He knows a lot about Richie Edhouse.
He does.
And he was staring at him in the manner of a man sizing him up.
95.
Stay safe, Richie.
I think that's how Petr Krivka stares at everyone.
58. Mike Rakai, 135.
Start on the bullseye. Well, that was the attempt.
119. Richie Rakai, 112.
Tops. Yeah, this is more like it. The European champion.
6 Vegas, Mike to throw first. Game on.
Playing some of the darts that we saw so regularly last year on the Euro Tour.
119. $140.
Definitely upping it, is Edhouse.
Yeah, he's enjoying a little spell here, isn't he, Richie? He's just got to keep it going.
57.
Last time we saw him on the Euro Tour, he did put in a great display against Danny Noppert, having beaten Petr Krivka in Leverkusen. The 180s keep racking up for Mike De Decker. Half a dozen of them in the first 6 legs of this game.
141.
Weirdly, it doesn't feel like he's playing at top level. This will be a top level checkout. Double 14 for 4-2.
117.
Well, it's feast or famine for Mike De Decker. He's 6 180s. He's only had two treble visits. They're either all going in or he's only getting
96.
one or none in, pretty much.
28.
Back at this double 14. Yeah, very nicely done by Mike De Decker.
Mike De Decker. 7 Vegas, Richie to throw first. Game on.
Well, 2 major champions who, it's fair to say, haven't been playing lately as well as they played last year. And yet we're seeing little flashes from them. The scoring from De Decker. The odd little thing from Edhouse.
134.
There you have it. Well, there's another 2 treble visit to stick in the 130 plus column for Mike De Decker. There have not been many of them. But all those 180s.
140. 100. 180.
Only in double figures for 180s. It's been really good, but not that good at the same time.
59. Richie Rakai, 124.
Real mix of diamonds and dirt, this one, isn't it? No need to go to the 18s. He's gone there anyway, and now he's looked at the score.
84.
And left tops.
$44. Richie Rakai, 40.
To close the gap to 1. Needs to close the gap to tops. Double 10 for Edhouse.
Game shot the second player.
Does not afford Decker a chance to take out 164.
Game on.
Not going away, Richie Edhouse, but he needs to find a break.
108.
Number 7 for Mike Decker. Surely.
140.
Well, dart 3 showed you what he was trying to do with dart 2. He just got the line wrong and it went sailing past, but a brilliant start to the leg from the Belgian number 1.
57.
And a rather rarely struck 140 from De Decker.
$130.
Gets that wrong, but he's down to single to double after 9 darts. Can't afford to grumble at that.
Well, a leg like this just taking Richie Edhouse out of the game.
42.
White flag raised in this leg by Richie Edhouse, the European champion. No answer to this one. What a leg of darts from Mike De Decker. One more like that and this is done.
$140.
Frustrating return to the European Tour for Richie Edhouse after a mini sabbatical, missing the last 2 events.
83. $97.
Well, the way they changed the Euro Tour, look, Richie Edhouse is the example last year where he was playing the darts of his life, so kept on coming through qualifiers, then he was getting to Euro Tours, playing brilliantly and winning games, and it forced his way up the Pro Tour to merit, and he was getting into those pre-qualified spots. But because once you're there,
180.
you've then got to keep doing it, and he hasn't been able to. And now he's having to go to qualifiers and he's not playing as well, and that's why we've not seen him for a little while. And it makes these opportunities even more important. No need to go to the 14s here. Oh.
68.
Well, that was a bit flash, wasn't it?
Well, he is a major winner, so he will be doing more exhibitions these days. It's an exhibition shot.
180. Richie requires 16.
That is an 8th 180. Oh, and hang on, it could tell. It could tell because Mike De Decker's 8th 180 in 9 legs is going to get him matched up.
47.
Double 14. And Mike De Decker hits it. And he has hit Richie Edhouse with a barrage of 180s. 8 of them in total. The Belgian could do little wrong in that regard. Really good performance, particularly on the doubles as well. 50% of them were hit. And in a match of the reigning major champions, not involving a man called Luke, it is Mike De Decker, the real deal, who prevails.